Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to bring you guys a video highlighting Spellslinger, and this is actually a card that I played quite a bit recently. I am currently playing it in my Tempo Mage on my Oktoberbrawl account, and yes, it did kind of cost me a game on the first week of my Oktoberbrawl grudge matches, and some people gave me a lot of crap for it. They're like, Krip, why are you playing this card? It's just, it never works out, and all that kind of crap. Look, there's lots of reasons to play Spellslinger, and it was actually a card that, back when this card was part of Standard and part of what people were playing, is like in tournament decks. This is a great card, and it's kind of interesting that what I assume is newer players since that time see a card like this and only understand how bad it is, where there's so many different aspects that this card teaches us on why it's so good. So first off, in the first week of Oktoberbrawl matches, it was the GVG block, and the GVG block having like super synergy. The fact that the other team got those extra, I don't know how many, 4 packs each out of each of the sets, that was a huge deal. We had a massive disadvantage. That disadvantage is a little bit smaller right now, but it's still pretty big. But it was at a peak there. So any card that has a high variance effect that's equal to both players is really worth playing just on its own. So I really felt the criticism that I played Spellslinger was just really weak just based on an obvious fact. But looking into it more than that, the reason Spellslinger is good is, well, first off, it's a 3-mana 3/4. And I know we play a game where everything has to be crazy broken for it to see any play, but 3-mana 3/4 is actually really solid. El Primo stats, in fact. So there's that. And there's also the fact that while both players get a spell, you can design a deck that synergizes from using spells. So, a very obvious example is a card like Manworm. When you play a spell, it gains an attack. Most likely your opponent doesn't have those cards. So just, if you both get the same spell, your spell is actually better than your opponent's. The other aspect is that usually when you play Spellslinger, you play it in a Tempo Mage. And Tempo Mage, it has a lot of card discovery and crap now, but when it was played with Spellslingers, when it was played, a few years back, it was a deck that ran out of steam. So you'd run out of cards. So, obviously if you're playing against an aggro deck and you're running out of cards and they're running out of cards, that doesn't really matter. But if you're not playing against an aggro deck, if you're playing against the mid-range and you're playing against control and they have like 6 cards and you have none, the fact that you both gain an extra one is a huge deal for you and might not be a big deal at all for your opponent, even though you might get like the same, even really powerful spell, for instance. So it's a really interesting card, Spellslinger. It teaches a lot about the game. It teaches a lot about evaluating cards. If you think Spellslinger is bad, you're just wrong. Spellslinger is a great card. It's a high variance card. Sometimes that's worth playing. And honestly, if I really think about it, almost all the decks being played right now have extremely high variance cards. That's just kind of how the game works. The sooner you accept that, the more you'll understand how things work around here. In any case, I want to highlight a few games from my Oktoberbrawl account, as I have been crushing it on ladder. I peaked at rank 12 with my Tempo Mage deck. I think I can make it to rank 10, but it's going to require a bit of patience and a bit of grinding. If I can get those rank 10 at the end of the month, it'll be maybe a little bit of extra bump into closing in that disadvantage. Hope you guys enjoyed the games, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Like a 1-drop. Perfect. Like in the first week, when people actually criticized my use of Spellslingers, they're just noobs. Like, I know it probably cost me the game that I use them in, but you can't use that to gauge the power level of a card. You have to have some more understanding. And on the first week, the decks were so ridiculously imbalanced. Anything high variance is worth playing. Anything. Let alone a card that on average actually has a big game that has been played in tournaments before. Sucks you gotta count on them, but that's all you can do sometimes.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
card's way higher tempo. How are the bunnies? What do you mean? They like started scattering like days after the video. They're probably almost fully grown and probably eating our flowers and shit.
Once upon a time.
Wanted, dead or alive.
I fight.
That was enormous. Right? Sometimes it's really good.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Are you serious? Okay. It also helps with fast decks, right?
Surrender your will.
He's never going to run out of cards, but I'm going to run out of cards. Holy crap, dude. I gotta do this. I guess that's good enough. Let's hope I don't get bored cleared. That would suck. Okay.
You call that
People are saying I quit Arena. No, I've been just spending more of my time playing the Oktoberbrawl account. Play Arena a little bit later. I don't think Arena is particularly well balanced or interesting in this expansion. So it's not like I'm really motivated to play. At least until they make some changes. Like when ladder was 60% druid, did you want to play ladder? If you did, there's something wrong with you. But yeah. Arena's not that bad, but you know, just so you guys have some understanding. 4 armor. That doesn't do it. Oh, it does. Especially if it's a taunt, because you can heal for 0. I like playing the Oktoberbrawl account. It's frustrating to lose to people who are playing better decks badly and get lucky. But the idea of like account building is really nice in my opinion. Doing that because I need to play the mage card for the quest.
knowledge is
I need to win on turn 1, not on turn 4. What? Did I not mully that card? I think I just drew it again. God, Hearthstone, sure. What the fuck? Dude, you gotta be kidding me.
The light protects me.
Alright.
I'll show them. I'll show them all. Powering
I
up.
fight.
Portal online.
I fight.
Job's done.
Someday I'll be just like you. I fight.
I'm running out of cards a bit quickly here. Spellslinger might balance that out a bit, but there's no guarantees with Spellslinger, as you know. Dart Trap. No, it could be snake or I don't. There's like 2 snake traps now. One's like snake and one's like poisonous snake. It could be one of those. I think it's more likely that it's one of those than it is dart trap.
Now.
This beast will not be tamed.
This guy's playing giants. It's really bad.
Wanted, dead or alive.
I fight.
If he has a, if he continues to have a good hand, I'm basically gonna lose her right now.
I'll show them. I'll show them all. I'm not lonely.
I fight.
Looks like it might just be a trap hunter. It's just the card that throws me off is the minion search. The fact that he has so many secrets. Oh wow.
I fight.
Yeah, it is some form of snake trap. Sometimes it was quite rewarding, like today. He whiffed hard on that. That's fine. Oh shit. So that's freeze trap, because he didn't want to play that for a really long time. He just pulled another trap. Worst case, it's probably bear. Oh, it could be misdirect.
I fight.
Done.
Right. Was that the rank 12 game? I don't remember. Oh my god. We've passed the halfway point to legend. Well, okay, it doesn't work that way at all. I know, but still, alright. One more win gets me a pack, but that'll have to be tomorrow. Man, this mage deck is really good. I'm feeling pretty good about Oktoberbrawl suddenly. It didn't seem like their decks improved very much this last week. Ours improved a lot. This mage deck is fucking ridiculous. I just need like one more 1-drop and it's top tier.